driven.mehendices test. Driven.mehendices chatboxy you where are you? Driven.mehendices chatboxy do. Where are you, boo boo?
No.
Driven.mehendices says law.
What a mess. What a mess. Okay. I'm back. And it's been a long time now. Because I debugged a bit of stuff here and there. And it was long. And it's a special one today about what I found out while debugging. So,
Driven.mehendices testy boo.
well, let's go. So, anyone looking for what is in the title of this video, there is an introduction in my live stream. So, if you want to skip to the theme of the video, wait until my face is not on full screen and just look at the timeline, YouTube timeline below until you don't see my face, and you will get the debugging parts for GASP and Celestial Vault Jittering. So the intro, there's always a little discussion, and I was working on doing shorts because shorts on YouTube are the easiest way to get a lot of view. Like you do a short and you have multiplied your view count by 100, sometimes 300. I hate doing. I hate for some time doing video editing because I done too much, but I was ready to do some, so I'm working for some little shorts and reels. I don't know yet because as I do it, I learn new stuff. So try to I have to redo some of the stuff, and it's a nightmare. And yeah, I don't want to pass too much time on it. And I'm breaking the algorithm on YouTube because I like to speak about stuff that are not only video games. And YouTube does not like that. The algorithm wants you to be a niche. And when you mix your niche with something else, it's the algorithms cannot understand. But I don't want to obey algorithms. I want to be authentic. So I will go over what I found out in my reels because it's very interesting. Doing my reels some music. Is it any good? Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 3 Terra's Team DJ Super Rave Man's Orchestra Remix. What a mouthful. Okay, the usual Terra's Team. Why does okay? The little square is Rita. So first thing first, I want to talk about archaeology and astronomy. I don't say astrology because astrology is not. It is the study of the impact of signs and zodiac. But I'm more going to talk about, like, astrology is more spiritual, and what I will talk about is more anthropological, which mean about mankind and how mankind react to constellations. In not in reaction, not in a prediction way, but in the fascination we had as a human species with constellations. So let's start with the modern one. Not modern. Modern. There's a mix of everything, but let's say Christianity. It's getting like not modern, but more back in the days when it was simple. This is too high pitch for me. I will have to change music. It's getting on my nerves. Oh my god, thank you. Do you hear the music? Yes, it's a bit loud. A bit loud. So, Christianity, like, people will say no. Christian because it's pagan to do astrology, but early Christian, not earliest, there is like early Judean people who worshipped Elias, and I mix those one often with Christian, but they are not Christian. So they are synagogues with zodiacal signs in Judea. And sometimes people might want to mix this with Christianity because it looks like it. But it's not Christianity. Did you see? No. Elias is a deity in Hellenistic world, and Judean were slightly Hellenistic because they were conquered by Alexander back in the old days. So they had influence. They had the layer. They have Hellenistic influence. Do you want to download the image from? Yes. No. Okay. What is this? It says my computer is full. Okay. Insert as a new layer. Do you want to download the image from? Is it website, click show details to view the full link to the image. Yes. And when I say yes, could not open blah blah blue. Krita does not support this file. Okay, I have a solution for this. Taking a screenshot. My screen now is in black. You know that. It's me. As sRGB. I have a Control T. Yes, thank. So this is Elios deity. It was sometime called Sol for Sunday. When you say Sol in French, we say Soleil for the sun. And Sunday is the day of the sun. But it's not Christian, but it is Judean. So people who might have crossed path with early Christian. And there was a lot of zodiac stuff in that time, and this is around 500 AD. So people in Judea were not, I don't think they were, they might have been Greek, but there's a story that when Rome destroyed the temple, they did expel the Jew, but it's not a true story. They didn't expel them because genetics show that most of the people that were there had the same ancestors any other Jews. So Palestinian today, they have a mix of Arabs, of Muslim, but they are mostly descendant of the same ancestor as the Jews today that are coming back to their land. They just have the different religion, but they have the same ancestor. They are cousins. They are closer than Arab, like in Arabi Saudi, or other part like Northern Africa, or non-Semitic Iranian, or not Iranian, Iraqian. They are closer, like Palestinians are closer to Jew than any other neighbor. Because it's not a true story that Roman expelled every Judean, the diaspora, I think it's called diaspora, is a scattered population living outside its traditional homeland. But it's not proven that it's not a true story, but it seems that genetics does not agree. And it's hard to tell genetics sometimes. It can be, people will argue that genetics does not provide this kind of information. But there is the haplogroups. It's not like species, very different species, because human beings are so close together. We use haplogroups to define groups of people sharing closer genetics. So this is Elios, but Christian have some of this, and one of it is it's older than this. It's younger than this. This is old. This is very old. But there's one. It's on the it's a mosaic still, and it's in a monastery. I just want to search a little bit because I see another name. Okay, I found a new one, but I already seen it a long time ago, but I think it's Elios. And it's wrongly attributed to Jesus. If I can... I don't know if it's wrongly associated to Jesus. Solar disk. Search. Go faster. Yeah, I think this one is might be sometime. I'm not sure. But I want to show you. It seems to be Elias. This one. Oops. It's a floor. There was a wall that have been constructed over here in the center that erased part of it, like in later years. But I don't think it's Jesus. It's very Elias with the sun behind. And but you see, it's in Hebrew. It was very popular because it comes from the Roman Empire. The Roman have 12 gods. Mars, which became the name for the month of March, and Ares in Greek, Ares. The god Ares and Mars are the same. It's just one is from the Greek and the other is from the Romans, and that's why we have in the month March going into April. This is it would be March 21, April 21. It would be Aries normally. So the month of March comes from the name of the god Mars, which is the same god as Ares, Ares, A-R-E-S, which is probably linked with Ares, the ram, but Ares is a name also linked to goats, and sometimes in scientific terms they use Ares something. Don't remember. Ares etymology. But I'm diverting from the main. Ares. It's a Latin word. It comes from Latin. It means ram. But I know there's scientific words that use Ares to describe the whole family of goats. The term describe family of goat, ram, bovine, I think. Ovis aries. It's a scientific term. Domestic sheeps. Okay, I'm diverting too much now. I just want to know, why is this? Is my voice not? Yes, it's fine enough. I just want to listen a little bit. Hello. Okay. Hello. But yeah, this is Elios. Now Jesus has his own, and Jesus have 12 disciples, just like Romans official religion had 12 gods, because the Romans had the official religion with the 12 gods, Mars, and so on. They had other religion, like the imperial cult, which was Ponce Pilate was in the imperial cult, and Judean were afraid that Ponce Pilate wanted to bring the imperial cult because they would have to worship an emperor as a god, and it's against it was against their belief system to worship a man as a god. Yeah, I need to find the one I'm looking for. The Jesus one. It's older. I think it's what, like the around the Middle Age. Middle Age had a rebirth of like dark meanings of pagan stuff in Christianity. Because Christianity is a religion that made a system of religious syncretism that it was a new system in religion to keep the same religion central idea and to add up other pagan stuff into it to have followers. So at one point in Christianity, they started to do this adding up, like Christmas and hell, and they added different belief of different pagan tribes around in Europe. That way they could have more followers. And sometimes those integration didn't go well, like Christmas took a long time before getting to something that was not pagan, that was not savage. Control T. So this is one. Jesus, what time it is? It does not say the timing, but this is not an old one. This is a recent one. Let's see if I can get a dating on this. Do you see it? Yes. Semi-transparent on my face. And there's also in the text there is zodiac thing, pagan, because the text was written by Hellenistic people, which were inside the world of zodiac popularity. This is 17th century Eastern Orthodox fresco. What is the name? MTSKHETA Georgia. It's Svetiskhoveli Cathedral. Orthodox is a bit far away from us, so they don't have the same pagans idea of stuff. Like this was not. There's a moment in time in Christianity where it was hard to have to add up to Christianity new stuff, and it was rejected. It was demonized and rejected. It was the church that decided when to add stuff, like hell and things that are not in the Bible, that are not mentioned, like Satan, hell. Satan is, I show often, like it means adversary, and there are many scholars that read the text in the original languages, and they cannot find any thing about Satan. It's all mistranslation, How can I add this? Hide this. Like Job, the Satan in Job is an angel in the court of Yahweh, sitting next to Yahweh, and he picks him to do the job of the Satan, the adversary, in the court. Or the fallen star. The fallen star, Lucifer, is a Babylonian king. You just have to read the text. It's a Babylonian king. It never says Satan or the serpent in the garden. He is never called Satan. Satan is really mostly in Job and later in the New Testament, but it means adversary. You are, when Jesus say like to Simon, you are Satan, get away from me, he means you are my enemy, get away from me. It's how it's what it means. But people who wrote the New Testament, they probably wrote it in Greek. I cannot find my thingy goo. There you go. I will bring back the layer here because it cannot work like that. Okay, so let's hide this. The one I want to talk, the oldest one with Jesus. There's this one. The Antrato Cathedral. You don't see because there's transparency in my face, but it's Otranto Cathedral. Date Otranto Cathedral Orthodoxy. It's still not the one I want to show you. Roman Catholic Cathedral located in Italy. It's 1068. Founded in 1068. Maybe it wasn't there yet, but it seems to be written in Greek. Well, you can see Taurus, the goat, the fish, the bull, the Cancer. Can't I have control over my thing, please? Damn it, thank you for the control. Centaurus, Scorpionus, Libraeus. What is this? It's the little Virgo with the barley, and Virgo is one of the. It's on the Mulapin tablet of Babylonia, the oldest trace of the zodiac. Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, DiCaprio, le Ram, April, Martus is scratching his foot with the little fish, and it's a cathedral. in around 1068 constructed. But there's another one. Oh, you don't see much? That's horrible. It's too dark. Can I do anyway, you can search the name I said on Otranto Cathedral in Italy. In Italy. Do something like curves or not used to Krita. I'm more a Photoshop guy. Damn it. That's not helping. It's horrible. Anyway, you can search Antrato. Atranto. Where is the name? Otranto. Otranto with the mosaic floor tile. What else? There's another better one. The best one, my favorite one. It's in a monastery. What have it? I don't have it. I will search it. Monastery. Zodiac tile. I don't know the name, but we will see. It's the 6th century. This it has to be one of the oldest. Built around 568 CE, Byzantine period. Let's go with the picture. It's my favorite one. It's very cool. I want a beautiful one. HD. I want a HD one. 4K. Can I have a 4K? Is it 4K? No, it's not, but my goodness. So the monastery, did I just say the name? Yes, I said the name, I don't remember. Go to the AI, Google AI. Find exact match. Let's pick the biggest one. There's one at 1200 pixels. Let's pick this one. Oh yes, it's better. Let's bring it. So it's Mary Magdalene and Jesus looks like a girl. I don't know why. But the 12th disciple, we have Virgo there with the barley, as usual. And you don't see much, but if you want to find this one, it's Lady Mary's Monastery, located in Beit Shehan in Israel. Beit is a house in Hebrew. Beit, Beit, She, SHE, apostrophe An, GASP.AN, and it's Lady Mary Monastery Mosaic. Mosaic, not Mosaic. Mosaic. What the? What? It's a Byzantine floor. It's the sun and the moon. Jesus as the sun and Mary Magdalene as the moon. Maybe I could switch right there. I could have done this. uh, cool. It's really cute. Some part are missing because it's old. It's very old. It's as I said, almost at the as old as the Elios one. So next one, next thing. This is not what I wanted to talk about. This was just an introduction. Damn it. So what I want to talk about is this. I think I will switch to the other the other view. No, this one, and I will bring my camera. Why is it all broken like that? Oh, camera is. Oh my goodness. My my goodness. What is this? The pip and poop. Yeah, I said they would see my face. I will, for the one who's looking for the answer of the video. Don't. It's not now. There we go. It's not now. Uh, where is my? I broke everything when I was not live. Now my mouse is there in the corner. Don't come back with us, mousey. There we go. Okay. What's next? Music. Where are you? Why are you gone? Oh, I'm there, YouTube. Thank you for worrying about me. Okay. Is it too loud? Okay. So what I want to talk about is okay. There is Zodiac stuff with Jesus, and there's a video I talked about a movie back in the 2000. It was called Zeitgeist, and he's telling like all the stuff. Zeitgeist movie. So he's telling that Jesus, like there is a zodiacal era where in the bull people had a lot of symbol of bull. In the ram, people have symbol of ram. And now Christianity, it's symbol of fish, but it's not true. It's not. He based this on a book. I don't remember what it is, but the book is not really true. Some of the stuff that are more true is the dying gods, but it's not the best one for that. The best one is Richard Kyer. He's the one who did like scholarly research on it. This one is not scholarly researched. So yeah, it's a bit wrong. It's this idea that Jesus the fish is being like there's the Mithras cult where he kills a bull, and it's starting the Aries and so on, but it's not true because it's not really true. Yes, Mithra kills the bull, and it's the bull of heaven. And what is not really true in Zeitgeist is that it kills the Pisces. Jesus represents the Pisces that is being killed, but it's not. It cannot be because we are not. Jesus was not entering the Aquarius era. So what was going on is rather this. Jesus is the ram, and it's entering the Pisces era. And he gave like example of Jesus the Pisces. Like the Jesus fish, and I gave those example many times, like the stella with the Pisces symbol, those things. Inside, guys, this is a moment inside, guys. It was the edgy 2000 boys club, like anti-society guys. Every teenage guy against society watched like guys 1 and 2. It was a bit anti-Christian. The first one is yeah, not a bit, but like it's trying to deconstruct Christianity. But this is, yeah, Jesus is associated with the fish sometimes, but he's also associated with the ram, rather the lamb of God. So it can apply to lamb, and there's, yeah, it would be more the ram than the Pisces if he enters the era of Pisces. There, this would be more fitting. So I was interested in that. In my short, I talk extensively. I will talk extensively on it, and I did shown you many times this. Can I find it? Yes. This set of data I did a long time ago, and I did them again, and they don't fit anymore. Like I used Stellarium to check the sun in spring equinox, if what was the constellation behind it, and it changed. I did it again now with the new version of Stellarium. I did this maybe almost 10 years ago. So the Stellarium software has updated. I did it again, and the date have changed. Taurus, if you look at Pisces, it does not start really in the year 0. It's around minus 900, minus 500, and it's visual. So you look at people astronomic. At that time, there were less hunter-gatherer, and there are still hunter-gatherers, but most of the trace we get from civilization, it's not from them, because scientific archaeology would be more interested in what occurred in city at that time rather than in past. But they can be interested in finding stuff, but city is more interesting at that time. So people who knew about the stars were no more hunter-gatherers. People didn't need to look at the stars. So people who looked at the stars at that time started to be more professional astrologers that were hired to calculate, predict stuff, because they believed that the star, you could calculate the trajectory of star and guess what would happen in history, because they thought that like I said, Zodiac was everywhere. The Elios and Hellenized people with the 12 god. It was very, the people was very into this, but mostly kings and emperors, like they hired astrologers to predict the future, and the common people didn't bother about stars so much at that time. They didn't need to anymore. But if we go back in the hunter-gatherer time, those guys, they looked at the stars very often because they need to navigate or travel. They don't settle anywhere. They like the native American natives back in the days. They move camp. They go where the hunting game is. They go after hunting games, and they rely a lot on stars to travel, to move around. Otherwise, if you don't check the stars, you will run in circle. You will go in circle. Like human have a behavior. Like when they are lost in a forest, they always tend to go left. For whatever reason, we don't really know why. Humans always tend to go slightly left and go back to where they were, and they go left like that. But when you are hunter-gatherer, you don't want to do that. So you try to rely on star to locate where you are. So people back here, like in hunter-gathering societies, when there were no cities, they had to rely on stars. So mostly, like the school. This is what I guess is that it's speculation. It's only speculation. So if you are in hunter-gathering society, what you learn is the plant you can eat, the game, the animals you hunt, how to hunt them, how you trap them. They trap animals by making them run until they are tired, and then they attack the animals when he's too tired. Sometimes they did like holes in the ground, and they made the animals fall in those holes. Like at Stone Age, they found out those holes around the Stone Age, many big holes where animals might have been chased into. So you learn the animal plants, and you learn the stars. And the stars, they learned it. They make shape. Like this is a little horse on his two legs, and to make it more memorable for children or anyone, they make a story. Like they say, this is a little horse Bobby, and he's chased by this little scorpion there, and he's throwing an arrow at him. So they make story like that, and it becomes myth and legend. So what occurs too is that during the day, where is the time? Let's go to the day. You don't see stars. It's you don't know anything about reality. You wake up in this world, and you have a moment during the day, during your journey, not day, but you have a moment where you don't see stars and it's all blue, and you cannot guess that there are stars behind this. But eventually, when you reflect on life and you become older, you notice some details. Start noticing details. As the sun is going away, you start to see stars, and you will learn like by the elders some of the formation. You memorize them, and you notice, oh, hey, this is the Virgo, the great Virgo we talk about. Why is she there? It's close to the sun, but last time I saw her, last month, she was not close to the sun. Or the other month before, she was away. So behind the blue stuff, there is the stars I know, and they don't repeat. So if they pass, she's going, and there is the Libra as she goes, and the Scorpio there, and Sagittarius. And I remember after Sagittarius, there's the Capricorn. Now I don't see it because it's the blue sky. But after there's the Aquarius, but I cannot see it because of the blue skies. But there's the Pisces, and you say that to other hunter gatherer, and they say, "Oh, you're stupid. No, don't say stupid stuff like that." The blue sky, there's no stars there, and they don't want to hear about it. There's no star behind the blue sky. What are you talking about? Then you explain, but you know, there mid sky we can see the stars going fading away, and it's not the same as the months go. And the little neurons start to fire, and they say, "Stop it! It's painful in my head." um, so they cannot explain it, and they become an elder, and they become a wise elder that helps the tribes. And one day, all of a sudden, you are about minus 19,000 years ago in spring equinox. The start of the spring equinox, and there's an eclipse. Oh, the sun is low at that time. Where am I on the earth? Let's go where there was the first civilizations there. So there's an eclipse, a total solar eclipse where you live, and you all of a sudden half half no, not this one. This is what you see when the eclipse occurs. You can see this, the stars behind, and everyone say, "Oh, you were right. There's the star behind the blue stuff." Because of the eclipse. And now everyone congratulate the wise elder you became, because they can see that you were right. There is stars, and you are not like the retarded guy. And they see, oh, what is Gemini doing there in the spring equinox? Why is Gemini there? In the story we had from the ancestor, it was not Gemini in the spring equinox in the last eclipse. In the last, they don't know about the eclipse. You just show them. But maybe there is a story about an eclipse, and they see the stars from their ancestor, and they see that it's another star system in the spring, and now you realize, oh, so it's changing. It's not the same. So my guess is that this might be It's just speculation. But this is at Göbekli Tepe on one of the pillar, and you can see something that looks like an eclipse with something that looks like the constellation, the twin constellation of Gemini. And you have eclipse around this place, but they are very rare. I can show you this website if you want, but there's a website, eclipse calculator or something, and you can look up dates, and if there was an eclipse around that time, it would be something with between Taurus and Gemini. And if they had story of something else, let's go check my timeline. The closest one. The closest one would be, so we are in between this, we are there. So if we were 13,000 years before that, not 13,000 before, but 4,000 years before that, and we have the story like a story that was told and retold, we might be still close to Gemini, but it will be the crab. But it's if the story is older. Let's see. We have old story that time, like Venus. As the figurine. So the Venus figurine is this, and this has been made across time. Like it's the longest standing. If it was a religion, it would be the longest standing religion that ever existed and will ever exist, because it's too wide of a timestamp. And this is the timestamp. That is time span of time. 13,000 BC, 35,000 BCE, and we have this until any time ever. There's a map somewhere with more. A lot of this is around this. So there's many, not centuries. How do we see? The word for centuries, but thousands. I don't remember. The millénaire. In French, I remember. For millenniums. So it's span across millenniums of time, not centuries. Like it's span across nations. So maybe it's Virgo. It's the one that came to mind. So Virgo was what time? Virgo. The middle Virgo. Minus 24,000. And it's very close to what we saw. 35. I said 20. It's close by enough. 35 would it still be? This is when it started to mix with the other one. With Libra. So 35 would be Capricornus. Wow. It's not it does not fit with Virgo. But maybe they don't see eclipses. They base it on the moon. So if they are too stupid for eclipse, like they see an eclipse, they don't see the stars behind. They're just too simple-minded. They just, oh, it's the end of the world, and they start to run and hide under a rock. what they were looking at instead would be the night sky, and it would be the opposite sign. So the opposite of Virgo is Pisces. So yeah, it does not make much more sense. It would be now. Like if we look at the stars now, 2000 years in spring equinox during the night, it would be Virgo. Night. To know the opposite, it's like just midnight. It's not. You just go where the sun is. You put it there, and you do 12. Well, it would be 12. So midnight, as I said, and it's Virgo. Yeah, the famous little body shape like that. And you'll notice the little barley, and maybe this is the barley and this is the other, I don't remember. But yeah, you look the first image of this constellation, which was called Furrow by the Babylonian, and this is how they draw it. You notice something? We don't know if it's the same, but it's a bit like it's a bit telling. This because they don't usually show drawings of. We didn't recover drawings of her, but here's it's the name of the furrow, and we see this drawing at the side, so it's likely to be, and the furrow is ab Abshenu. Abshenu. Babylonian, and it's mean a furrow is like a terrain where you plant seeds. And Abshenu, it's an opening, a window. It can mean an opening, it can mean a window, it can mean a hole in the ground, a hole in the wall. It can mean a pool, an entrance. And Shenu is a priest. It can mean a priest, fate. It can mean how do we say? Last will. The last will. So yeah, that's the furrow. And furrow is like a terrain where you plant seeds. But the symbols they use, hab shenu, it's the word I said. It means separately when they are not together. To slander. Absent. No, this is absence. This is not the word I'm saying. It's this one. Absino, but it's written like this. And this I think is sh, but I'm not sure. Shinu. I'm not sure. Maybe I pronounce it not correctly. The furrow, eastern part of Virgo, and the mulapin is this is the name for the symbols. Absin, it's the symbol Abshinu. So if you go in I don't find the symbol right away, but it's oh, there it is. Oh, this is Ab, this is Shinu, and you can double click one and search what it means separately, but they don't do separate meaning. in Sumerian, I don't think. But it's fun to see. It's a bit like etymology. You look what one symbol, what the symbol means, and the other one. And the Mulapin is a tablet. I show Mulapin. It's one of the oldest tablets talking about constellation and zodiac that inspired Greek to make their zodiac signs like Aries and the one we have today. So it's inspired by the Babylonian star list. This one specifically, because you can look at it, Mulapin, and you will see there's the one that served to construct the Greek constellation. Arcturus is a bull of heaven. Gemini is the great twin, and they have a name. They had a twin in Babylonian that was linked to the Gemini. Just like Greek had Castor and Pollux. Roman, I think, maybe more than Greek. I'm not sure. And Cancer was a crab. Leo was still a Leo. Virgo is the Pharaoh. Scorpius was Scorpion. Libra was still a balance. Sagittarius was Pabilsag, which is a centaur. Capricornus, it was still a goldfish. Aquarius was not existing. It's Enki, EA, Enki god, the god EA. EA. Enki have a brother. It's Enlil, and this is part of his constellations. You can see that those gods, and EA is Enki, so EA has those constellations. So yeah, you can search Gula. It's the name in of the symbols, just like Apsin was Apshinu. This is another one. You can see that Aries, it's also not a ram, it's a hired man, a lone worker, and it's the Muzi sometime, which had a poem made by about him. It's a shepherd, so it's close by to the rams and the goats, because the shepherds shepherding goats. And the Muzi has some, as said, Jesus was more the ram rather than the Pisces. If we talk in the term of Zeitgeist movie, Pisces, the zodiac sign would be killed would be the ram and not Pisces. And the Muzi is killed, and he's also named Tammuz in other cultures. And in the Old Testament, we can read at some place Tammuz is being wine is being cried about, like there's a woman who cries the deity Tammuz because they are waiting his return on a river, and it's the Muzi. And there's a lot of the Muzi pictures that resemble Jesus. I think it could have been borrowed because it's a shepherd and Jesus is a shepherd. We have similar picture there. We can see Jesus here. Jesus, shepherd, goat. Like that. Isn't resembling. So he took place of the Muzi in the as the Aries. Could be. It's speculation. It cannot be proved unless we have text of 2,000 years ago telling so. But there's other stuff in the Bible, like the 4 creatures. The New Testament, there's the 4 creature of in Revelation 4, 6, 8, and the 4 creature are the eagle is in the Scorpio. If we search can we see it? Yeah. Is there an eagle? I don't know if there is a constellation eagle with Scorpio. Need to hide the floor. Yeah, no. Maybe this one. It's related to Scorpio. You can search independently. Scorpio eagle. It's the second and higher stage of the zodiac sign Scorpio. Second and highest evolutionary stage. What is that? Never heard of this. First stage, crawls on the ground, act on raw survival, defense and fear, quick to strive. Eagle second stage, third stage, final stage. Where does it come from? Never heard about this. Does this evolution stuff comes from? I knew that the eagle was related to Scorpio, but I never knew where this link is made. I don't want to know about that. I'm still on this web page. On my unsafe for work stuff. Where does this evolution stuff come from? First author. Search my little AI. Ancient root, Babylon and Greece. Okay. No, the evolution. What? Because the scorpion was considered an omen in winter. Biblical link, the 4 living creature. Again. So the 4 living creature is said to be in by, I think it's by theologian, Christian theologian. They would say this is the 4 gospel and the 4 Mark, Luke and Matthew and so on. It represents the 4 gospels too. But when you look at the description in the Revelation, it's a man, a cow, a lion, and an eagle, and it's an angel. An angel like mix in a wrong. It seems to be a Dr. Moreau creature, and that would be it for this stuff. It's too much stuff already said. One last cool thing, maybe. One last cool thing. Yeah, there's that guys compare it to Mitra. And Mitra, there's a scorpion and Taurus, so he kills the bull, but it does not happen at the moment that guys say, because Taurus, it's way older. Like we start entering Aries in 3060 years BC. And Mithras is more like around that time, between those two moments. So, and Moses with the bull, the golden bull, it's more into those two moments too, in Aries. So all the bull symbolism roughly fit. There's still bull symbolism there, but killing bull, it's more around that time. There is the Zoroastrianism. Really, it's a religion where there's angry Manu. It's a evil guy who kills the sacred bull. And in Zoroastrianism, I don't know how to pronounce it every time. Zoroastrianism. Zoro. So there's a tree that give immortality, a plant that give immortality in both and three place, which is Iraq today, Iran, and Judea, rather Palestine, or the region of around Palestine. And yeah, there's an evolution of Gobekli Tepe that I went over. So this is before Gobekli Tepe. There's a Bonkuklu Tarla, if you will search for that. So this is the date, and this is the very old, and you can see there's the two pillars there. Does it fit 12,050 with Gemini? No. There's a little mystical little fly that went into my face. So it fits Leo. Sad. It would be cool if it would fit. 12. The mysticals, the little bit. Yeah, it fits. It fits. So the two pillars, but there is three pillars around that time. There are four pillars, I mean. And before that, not before, after that, this is younger, this is older. And Göbekli Tepe. Was a big picture I shown you earlier. This one. The two pillars. There are many two pillars. There's. You can see a map overview. So this is the neighboring place. Jordan, Iraq, Turkey. Göbekli is around there. Iran is here. Iraq, Israel, and Palestine. So this is the cradle of civilization. Yeah, this place where the first civilization appeared. First cities, first Göbekli Tepe, all the stuff. There's this one too, which is after around Göbekli Tepe. Still two pillars. If you remove it, it's minus 9,000. Minus 9,000 BC. Not minus. 9,000 BC. So, Taurus age. Starting. So the Gemini is getting killed there. At that time. There is this one, it's more evolved. It's starting to be a square, as you can notice. And there's a reconstruction I have of this one. This is a reconstruction. It's 1,000 to 1,200 after the oldest part of Göbekli Tepe. It's a bit sad I wrote it this way. I have the right one here. Though. The right dates. Where is it? Yeah, there is also the Epic of Gilgamesh. Enkidu and Gilgamesh, they kill the bull of heaven, and it inspired Zoroastrianism and Mithras. And in Zoroastrianism, there is a Mithras guy that inspired the Mithras in the Roman culture. And Epic of Gilgamesh. What time is it? We have a time. I don't have a time. We can ask AI. Yeah, I did have a time of this somewhere. Maybe the this Angry Mino. So the Epic of Gilgamesh is the first story. It's a compilation of poems, like the Epic of Homer. And it's the first story written that we have today. The oldest one. So this is 8,500 BC to 8,000 BCE. So it's still in the Age of Taurus after Gemini is being killed around this time. And later on we have another evolution of this two-pillar structure, which is this. This is in Turkey, no? This is in Syria, which is under Turkey, and it's Tel Halaf, Tell space Halaf. And I didn't find any other after that and before that. So it evolved from the previous one to this one. So this is 6,100 BC to 5,100 BCE. So it's 8 to 6. It's 2,000 years apart, like from Jesus to today. This is today. And this is Jesus. It's 200 years apart. 2,000 years apart. Still the two pillars. And this is 6,000, 5,000. 6,000, 5,000 at the reaching the end. Not quite right the end, but yeah, reaching the middle of the Taurus era. So the sky in an eclipse, full eclipse, a solar eclipse, they would see Taurus behind the sun. At the moment of this one, see Taurus behind the sun. So they are still worshipping something like it seems to be. Maybe it's not. It's just speculation. It looks like it. It looks like it. So, yeah. What was the time of? Let's close everything now. It's time to go to do the bidding to help people with their GASP bug as theme of this video. Gilgamesh All Death Poems 2100 BC, which is far, far away. Around that time, in the Aries, it's really in line with Aries, but they killed the Taurus. In the story, Gilgamesh and Enki, which seems to be two guys, two Gemini, together they go and kill the bull of heaven, the same name as the constellation that they give to Taurus, the bull of heaven. So they really kill Taurus together, and we have picture of that. There is a flood and Atrahasis, and there's multiple name for this guy in the poems of the Epic of Gilgamesh. Sometimes it's in some culture he's named Atrahasis, in another culture he's named Adapa. Atrahasis, you can see the similarities with Genesis in the Bible. There's many similarities, and there are people who argue that they are not, so don't worry about trying to convince people. There are people who argue against those similarities. Anyway, it's not a good battle to hill to die on. It's not a good hill to die on. There will always be infinite possibility to argue, and it's better to let people argue against anything they want. So Turkey, Syria, they all neighboring, they all share those stories of immortal plants that you either drink or eat that give immortality. A serpent sometimes related to it, like Gilgamesh go under the water to get a plant to be younger, not immortal, and a serpent steal it. But they are in the same region. They inspire each other, so it's normal that they share similar stories. And Iraq here with Summer and Gilgamesh, Adapa. Iraq is there. Iran, I meant Iran. Adapa, Summer. Iraq is more Zoroastrianism, with the angry Minu who kills the bull of heaven. It's later, and then Roman took a guy that was in the Zoroastrianism, which is called Mitra, and they made a cult of Mitra killing the bull. We don't know much about it. There's not a lot of text, and both in Zoroastrianism and Mitra's cult, there's not a lot of text, and probably because they were maybe mystery religions, which hold a secret, and it was popular in the time of Jesus. History, religions. Oh, this is Gobekli Tepe from the top, and you see there's many double pillars, enclosures. I'm almost done. Almost done. I remember having more pictures than this. And this could remind the Gemini stuff, or Enkidu and Gilgamesh, but it's speculation, we cannot know for sure. This is Angry Mainu who kills the bull of heaven. Ankra Mainu, Ariman, 4th century BCE. It's the sacred bull. It's not the bull of heaven, but it's probably inspired by Gilgamesh. Probably it's close, not in time. It's close in region. Gilgamesh stopped being produced. The story stopped being reproduced on tablet around that time. Maybe even after, like 140 BC. It was the last tablet they found of Gilgamesh, so they know about it. They probably know about it. Iran at that time. I linger onto it because yeah, I should stop now. I should go on for the sake of my sanity. Let's close everything for real now. There's many symbols. It's very fantastic for the amount of drawings they made on those stones. The hunter-gatherers there. And the one eclipse that was very cool. I'm not sure, it's speculation, but it seems to be an eclipse with the constellation. There is more to it, but I should stop and go with the quick fix. So welcome. I will go smaller for the people who wait this whole time to get to the fix. The GASP. Let's make me smaller so they know it's time. Please let make me smaller. There we go. Yes, guy, it's time now. You can play the video here. So let's see what it is. What it is. What is causing the jittering in your GASP? If you have Celestial Vault, it's maybe another kind of jittering I will go over after this one. So, project. I just need to do a quick check. To remove this file before starting. There we go. Now it's time to run this. Let's do this. It's almost midnight. Let's start the project. there are other stuff. Yeah. While it's opening, there is a better photograph of all the Venus, and you can see this is the timeline. 25,000. Oh, there's many more than that. There's even more Venus statuette than this. 25,000. Is it open now? 25,000. Yes, it's fitting Virgo. So they probably saw an eclipse, and they saw that Virgo was behind the sun, and they were probably the elders that don't care anymore because the younger people might have been like, "What the f is going on?" during an eclipse. It's the end of the world. But the wise elder that lived probably 2 or 1 or more eclipse, so solar eclipse, they were like, "Oh, well, okay, I will look now. I'm calm now. I will look at what is going on." And they saw the stars behind the sun, and they saw that there was this constellation of Virgo. It's only speculation, of course. We cannot know for sure. Okay. So what is the little jittering you might have? Got the smear. You can see how junky it is. Chunku. Oh, no, it crashed. Thank you, Visual Studio, to saving my crashing. Hey, let me not crash, please. I just want a full screen. How do we full screen? I never full screen. Full screen, baby. UE5.8. Full screen. Shortcut. Got viewport. Please. Space shift? Are you kidding me? No, it's jumping, my boy. F11, I did it. Alt enter. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I will say to the AI. Are you kidding me? It does not work. Shift space. I think I need to be in like that. No? There we go. And now shortcut to play. I think it's F5. Alt P. F5. No. Alt P. Alt your P. It makes me think like hold your P. So the jittering, you can see now. The shaking. Now it disappears when I zoom in. Zoom out. Shaking. Zoom out. It's still even worse. Zoom out. It's stopped. What? So if this is your issue, I have a solution for you. You walk like this, and you go to the toilet because you cannot hold anymore. I can't wait for my player to do this. I hope the GASP developers don't see me doing this. And they then remove it. I like to do. This is the best. I hope they don't remove this. You click middle mouse to switch side, and then you slide like a soccer player. When you make a goal, I just want to, just for the fun, I want to do a new feature where you can kick a ball and make a goal and then go like this. No, please. Well, it's harder to explain. Let's zoom out. Ouch. Scrap the knees on the edge. Damn it. Now, are you ready for the solution? You're just like telling me, stop that BS. Give me the solution to the problem. Okay, let's go. You forgot to bring a fire. You just forgot to bring a file in. Alt, what was it? Alt, not Alt P. F11. You forgot to bring a file from GASP. Do I have still GASP on in somewhere? If that's your issue, it's just a file missing. I have GASP clone. You go in GASP config. You forgot this one. You copy. You go in no. What is this? Why status with the? Oh, it's OneDrive. You go in your project, not this. Your project. Bing bang, bing bada bing, bing bada bing, bing bada boom, and you paste it there. Config. There, and then you go. Bing bada boo. Oh, I wanted to show you something else where we are at it. Bing bada bing. Okay, yeah. I'd go back to the I had a theory. Is it open? Oh, it'll be for the next one. Okay, let's test it. Testy boo. Alt P. Alt P. I don't like the hand placement. I think it needs to be at a specific height, and that's why the hand doesn't. I'm not sure. And now, as you can see, oh man, Lumen is horrible sometimes. Look at this. My shadow there. So you can see there's no more jittering. I don't like the meta-human LOD. Look at the hairs. I will have to repair this. They choose Oh, yeah, it's too close to change. It's it shouldn't be visible. They chose the wrong distance to do this. It should be further away. Change the LOD. But yeah, no, it's wrong because it's my model. For them, it's the human hairs that do this. So yeah, it's not their fault. It's mine. I need to do the LOD because it would be human hairs that would chunk, and it's smaller than my big ears. There's a place where there's no collider. So there's another jitter, but it's not a jitter. It's a celestial volt. So if you have GASP, GASP, which is this movement stuff, if you have this and you start to build to test your features, you might have a little problem. Let's see. Let's see. Padabing, padaboom. Open the lag. I made it my custom. Oh my! Oh, I didn't lost you. I thank you. I didn't lost you guys. Thank you. Don't know if I will lose you being disconnected or something, but that's horrible. I need to close some stuff. Um, I need to close some stuff. So I will close. What will I close? I will keep this. Okay, let's close this. Now in here, what do I keep? I will close everything here. Reopen. I can close this. Now I have more memory for me. Let's try again. Let's open. I think I pump up the graph too much. Let's try to pump it down. Pump it up, pumping down. So I will copy the old one, Paste it there, save. I will have to build my custom build stuff. And while it's building, I will show you my theory. So my theory about Göbekli Tepe. So about the symbol that is there, there's the H that I said might represent Gemini constellation. And if you think about it, why would those people would draw H? And if the pillar, they look a bit like a H if there's meaning that something, the other part is underneath. Maybe it's an H too. And what is special about an H at that moment in time? So they draw like children, like they have the skill of children a bit. So they don't have the time, the leisure to have a skilled artist. But what does it mean? I think it might means a number. And what number? Well, if you count the edges, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. And what is 12 in nature? It's a number of moons, and sometimes it's 13 before the cycle of stars redo the same thing for a whole year. So at every night, they would come at every moon, full moon. It's a new month, and they would see another constellation in the sky at the center, like let's say midnight, at behind the full moon maybe. Let's search like full moon baby, full moon Ralanda. January. Let's try pink moon. April 2026. Stellarium. It's a building. I will put this on side. Why is it longer than usual? Oh, because I'm building. And let's put this on the side. Full moon, April, in the spring equinox. April 1. The full moon, constellation. It's Virgo. And Pisces is behind, as expected. So if they didn't see eclipses, they base it on the full moon at the spring equinox. So if, as you can see, we know that Pisces is the current spring equinox constellation. That's the age of Pisces. So you would see at the spring equinox the maiden at the full moon. And why did I say that? So the 12th moon, this might represent the 12th moon. Sometime 13, but they might not care so much, like we don't care so much about Ophiuchus, which is the 13th constellation. constellation of Ophiuchus, Serpent Bear, which I think it's around November 29th. So if we go it's 900, November. Officious is there. It's between um, Sagittarius and Scorpius. That would be the 13 zodiac symbol because of the 13 moon cycle. But yeah, sometimes there's a 13 moon, not always. 13 moon cycle occurrence. Every 2.5 years or to 3 years, there is a 13 moon cycle. So they don't really might not care so much. Maybe they care, and it's in the symbolism. I cannot see it. Maybe it's this one, and you can see this. It seems like this. It's passing through the solar eclipse is passing through there inside the Gemini, but it might not be Gemini. So why would they hide a head be, below like this? We can see the arms there, and you can see that it's not full. You can see there is space on the bottom. This is per read. So if the oh, it's over. So if they flow the ground, they would go and it would be empty like that underneath. But I think this is abstract, and it might be an H, and I will say why. You can see the little eclipse is there on the neck. Big big guy there. This is an arm. This is its belly. They didn't put eyes. Maybe no, they didn't put eyes. They put a little hide. They like this is a fur that they put in front of their genitals with a belt. The belt, there's this H symbol with their hands on the belly. So why would they might have had a abstract hidden head underneath their feet, and this would be a big H because I guess this is speculation. I guess that there was a belief that of the underworld is a belief that went late until today even that there was an underworld underneath the feet. There's a underworld, and there's a movie, giant 3D giant movie. Thousand 18, something like that. 17, I don't remember. Let's test this without the quality setting. It crashed, you booby. Yeah, I don't know. It's crash. I cannot test this. Maybe if I lower. I don't. I checked the. Oh, maybe OBS is keeping me from running it. Is there something gubbing my memory? Maybe I could check the error more thoroughly. I need to clean the thing. What is this? It's GPU crash report. I don't know why. Maybe I should deactivate the GPU crash report. Let's see. I didn't push this. What's wrong with you? Of course it would crash if I didn't change a thing. Uh, to check the X. The X. The IG. Damn it. Okay, there's a GPU thing. Maybe I should turn off GPU stuff. And rebuild again. And clean before rebuild. Clean, 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 clean. rate. Okay. Okay. GPU crash. GPU crash. So let's go back to it. So why they have this hidden head below? Seven. It's a seventh planet, visible to the eyes. Seven planets. Why? Okay, so the theory I have is the underworld stuff. It's that. Okay, so I think my theory is that people when they look at at a lake or a puddle of water, they see their reflection. So they might have started building a mythology about those reflection living underneath their feet as separate entities. So that's what I think maybe could be. Uh, so there is this movie. I doubt I can show more. I the giant it goes into the underworld. It's the BFG movie. Saccaded. I don't know if it's this scene. It goes in the underworld, if I remember well. But in this scene, try to find it then. I don't know if it's in this movie. It's a movie, a giant around that time. The Dream Country. Oh, it's an animation. Maybe it's the intro. Sorry for that, but we need to wait to build. If it does not work, I will have to stop there and try to solve it off stream. But anyway, I will give the solution now. So if you have the starved log issue and it's lag, the jitter is not a jitter, it's a lag. The solution is to reduce the the quality of anything, but especially a lumen. Reducing lumen will reduce the starved log, and starved log will occur on the client most likely. Well, that's what happened to me. It occurred on the client, and yeah, the solution is to reduce And you can do some reducing there. I removed them and cannot go back. And lumen, it could be ray tracing. There's lumen option. I will re-add them. So in the movie BFG, the giant at one time he goes into a lake, but well, doing so he goes into an underworld, and I think it's a belief that was there as probably when we were hunter gatherer, and that's where the underworld concept come from. That people would look at their reflection on the water in a lake, on a river, well, most likely a lake than a river, and they would think that what they see, the person they see, it's not really them. It's a entity on its own that have its own life, maybe a other version of the person's life, and that's why maybe the Göbekli Tepe pillars was meant to be half an H, and it's just speculation. It's impossible to prove except if we had writings, but there's no writing possible at that time, as far as we know. Okay, I will re-add the little settings. Um, I'm low on memory. Cannot do much. Okay, no. Yeah, I'm low on CPU. Yeah. It's low. That's why, mostly why I wait until I have something, because the build is so long. I did build before the stream, but as you can see, it crashed. I should have tested. Okay, let's add them back. So you have lumen settings that you can add. This dynamic there. Reflection method there. Generate mesh distance field. And allow static lighting. False. Resettings. And it's enabling lumen. When you enable lumen in the engine, it will add those most likely. Then there is retracing through hardware retracing. This is for hardware retracing. Maybe that could be something that crashed my GPU. Add it back just for the fun. Lighting mode. Do I have this? And system settings. Do I have a system setting? Default system setting in default engine. I don't have any system setting. Okay. So I can copy the whole block. Now you can play with it until you don't have the starve. And the starve will most likely occur when you have Celestial Vault on with your GASP character on a client when you do a build, a custom build. You won't have this elsewhere. So it's if you have some lag inside the editor, it's something else. It's not this issue. And you might not find, people find it by seeing my video. It's because I couldn't find it online. The jittering, the starved log neither. I couldn't find any solution online or AI. So I thought to myself, other people might have the same issue, so I would be happy to be the first one to give them the solution. Everything. There are others, but they are fine-tuning, like too unimportant to tweak. Maybe I might add them later, but I need to test the build without this. What I will do is copy this, add a good idea. Should add a new. Oh yeah, no, I cannot because damn, this is long. Config. Default engine. It's back. Come on. We could play. It's midnight. I should go to sleep. Damn it. There's not much I can do. Wait this out. Whip. So, how far am I now in my project? Before going back to the concept art, as I said last time, I will finish tweaking a little bit what I have right now, and I will use the next print to do concept art of the character, to redo the whole character, make it the real professional first draft instead of this quick broken head stuff. But I might be very busy in the next month. I might be very busy and not as much present and unable to work as much on the project. So it might be the old concept art for a year. Because I will be I might be too busy. Or if I'm lucky, I will work only on the project, and I might, if I'm very, very lucky, I might hire people. Let's hope I'm lucky. I'm that lucky. Let's wish I'm that lucky. Let's vote for this luckiness. I often think about how people perceive or argue in philosophy and religion about what is having faith as a religious in a religion or as a religious person. And I would like to tell, because they don't use
And
direct
Mate Far says hello.
arguments. Hello? MHLFR, are you French? MHL. Go to channel. Oh, you do some Unity. Some Unity stuff. It looked like Yoshi.
And Chile Far says, I am not French.
Okay. My TTS is a bit tired. Oh dear.
And Chile Far says it stands for Mr. Human Limits for.
And the FR stands for what? FR? Mr. Fritz. Mr. Human Limits. You don't need eyes to see the stars. Good catch.
And Chile R says it stands for real.
Okay. Okay.
And R says, anyway, how are you?
I'm fine, and you? I'm waiting for my build to finish. Unfortunately, I'm not in Unity. I'm in Unreal. So the build is long. I'm looking at the little planets you did there.
And Chile R says, I'm good.
Okay, fine. Good.
And Chile R says, I've heard you.
Yeah.
Your builds take ages low.
Yeah, it's not an interpret language like C#, so it takes a long time to build. But that's fine. Can't bother. I can wait. Are you making a game? 2D game, 3D game. Oh, you do 3D print? Oh no, it's not 3D print.
Chile R says, I was never able to finish that video. Unfortunately, a lot of the recordings got corrupted. But the game is on itch. It's called Star Scraper.
Okay, this one.
And Chile R says, I'm making a simple little platformer called Orbis. After that, I want to make a text-based turn-based combat game.
Okay. Orbis? Is it on the itch.io? Yeah, there's many people. Well, is my thing finished now?
And Chile R says, my itch app user is Mr. Human Limits.
There we go.
And Chile R says, Orbis is still in development.
Or you do a lot of stuff.
I made you let. Far says I yes.
What is your motivation? What are you? You just do this for fun, hobbying? Shader. Nice.
Hemichile. Far says Wii Wonder is my first viewable game, but it kinda sucks. And Mechile. R says I just do game dev for fun, yes.
Yeah. Be wonder. Be wonder.
Mechile. R says I also do a lot of Blender.
Cool. I love Blender. I've been a 3D modeler professionally, and in my profession I use 3ds Max and Maya and ZBrush and Substance Painter, but now I don't want to pay the license. It's too much when I don't use it professionally. So I use Blender. It does almost everything.
And Mechile. R says oh yes. What kind of game are you making?
Right now, I'm doing a game in Unreal. It's a survival. I'm trying to
Mechile.
make
R
it.
says well professionally. Wow.
Oh, professionally? No, I don't work on a game. I learned programming not long ago, a year ago. But I didn't get hired. It was a very hard year after I finished my internship. The internship was hard to find, and the job after that was dead. Like for a year, the game industry was dying. It was really hard. So now I will need to find something, or yeah, it's a transition time right now where either I find a job or I go back to school or something else. Something magic coming from the clouds. Something else. Yeah, but it's starting to get better. The market is getting better. It's starting to hire again, and I might have more chance.
Mechile. R says lol.
Yeah, I might have more chance. But I'm not sure I want to work in the game industry anymore. Not as a not as an employee, because yeah, employee, you 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 are a worker and you work for someone else, and that's hard. That's not what I want to do with my life. work for someone else. Working for someone else idea. AAA and security about our game should be. Yeah, AAA, they are. It's a term that comes from the investment systems. It's an action that is secure, and that's what they want when they do a game. Something that they their statistics say that will make money, and they do a lot of play tests to know if the player will like, and they change the game mid production because the playtest said that some feature was bad. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to do work like that. Maybe a small studio. I would be more comfortable because small studio, they need like people like me with people with many skills. We
And
need.
Jittering or says weird.
Why is it weird? Yeah, small studio often will prefer people like me, generalist, that can do many stuff because they don't want to hire 3 people. They want to hire one guy that can do the job of 3 people. Like I can. Uh, I'm more of a I'm a technical artist, but I can be an artist. I can be a programmer. I can do video editing. I can do UI. I can do almost everything, every position in a game production.
And Jittering Bar says the fact that the big companies change things so harshly in the
Yeah,
middle of production.
it's a thing that I heard a lot about them. It's that they change, and that's why they always they often push back the production and the end product. Yeah, you will hear that from people working for AAA often, not always, but often, that they change direction mid production. They base the production of the game a lot on the playtest because they want to be sure that the client is satisfied, and you won't have that with small studio. We but it you can have this, but it will be less impactful. There was the what was the name? Yeah, I saw a video not long ago. Did you work professionally? In the game industry?
At Jittering R says, man, I love Blender, but it runs so slow on a potato like mine, lol.
Oh, yeah, I don't have this problem. I have it. The problem I have with
Machula R says I have not worked professionally on a game or on any art. I would love to work at Nintendo though.
Nintendo. I don't know much about the work environment at Nintendo. I'm almost there. No. Damn it. If only it that worked, or if only I've tested before the stream. Damn it. I tested, but I didn't have much more time to test. So that's why I don't do dev on live stream. I try to avoid this waiting. I do most of it off stream, but this is just the stuff I found off stream. I wanted to show.
And R says I'm man IGT, but I'll drop a sub. See you next time,
Thank
or
you.
maybe later if I have time.
Thank you. Don't be shy and come back. Well. What can I do? I will start playing a game and it will finish compilation. Again, just doing it just for the fun. As usual, I start playing and then the compilation ends. Are you ready for gameplay? It's there anyway. Yeah, I was talking about before Mr. MHL came in. People arguing or trying to explain, like especially religious people trying to explain what is faith to atheists, and they don't consider, they are not been trained to consider it a certain way and explain it a certain way where they wouldn't need to explain it much. And I would say how I describe it is, say they might not like my definition, but I would say that faith is like a vote, like something you vote, not something you believe blindly, but something you vote would that you vote for it to be rather than having faith. Like when we think of having faith, is having blind faith on something, but blind faith can seem pejorative in the sense that it's used today pejoratively, where people would say, "Oh, you have blind faith in such and such, so you will suffer from your blind faith." But I would rather say it's more like a vote. You vote that something is real, but you wait and you don't care about the result. It's more, faith would be more acceptable to atheists if it would be taken that way, argued that way. Yeah, I've been born in one of the only uh, agnostic society. That one of the first, if it's not the only. And I was not born in a religious background at all, like zero. There's zero religious background in French Canada. Not zero. Catholic. There is a lot of cathedral in Montreal and around in Quebec, but everywhere. But Catholics are very silent. They are not very present, but they are there. But the main population is agnostic, and there's not much. We have Christmas. It's like we are, as you go in North America, we are more what represent North America. Like people in USA that are in the north, that are more progressive, they are more like us than people in the south of USA. We are very progressive, very open to thing. So yeah, there's the only thing, like I have a perspective that is not religious, that most nations don't have, because they are born in it, and they might not see. When you are into something, there are things that you don't see because it has been repeated over and over and said to be, this is the way it is, and you cannot start to see another side, because that's how it was ingrained in your head. It's how you've been programmed to think a situation is.
And
people, we are by nature, we use false dichotomies, false dilemma, and we force others to adhere to our belief by saying you either think that or else. This is a false it's a manipulation that we naturally do. That's how we create some things like hell or Satan. It's by wanting someone to not believe something else, and doing so we say stuff like you either believe that or else. You either believe in Christ or in Satan, and that way you ensure that someone a kid will do what you say. You ensure he picks your side, but it does not really work like that. Most often it does the opposite. Often you might have, I don't have statistic on it, but I often saw um, policemen children being very, very drawn to criminality. Priests children, like pastor children rather than priests, being drawn to other stuff than religion and against the parents. So the rigidity creates the opposition, just like culture and countercultures. You end up creating your kids opposing yes you because you are too rigid, and we don't have we have this still even without religion. It's not a religious thing. It's when you are too rigid thing. It can appear in our society in another form, progressive society, under another form. Drugs, like the parents don't want the children to do drug and they are very rigid. Then the children wanting to rebel will do drug. Not really the religious thing. This one was the green bottle. Greeny boo. Yes. Fill that. Fill my mouth. Out. The ready boo. The red bull. The green bull. The golden green bull. To make put them together. Split this. Banana split. And the little wiggly boo there. I need more red roll. Bada bing, bada bang. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom, boom, bang, bing, boom, bang, boom, bang, boom. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Bang, bing, boom. There we go. Okay. I don't have a lot of space here. does not block the road. Not much I can do there. I need to bring that up the chamber lane. So this one is stuck there. There. Why can't I do more? Oh my god, no! Why doing this to me? I guess is that the build is done. Damn it, Bobby. Bobby Boo. Launch without the quality. Let's see if it crashes again and again and again. Oh, it didn't crash. Bobby Boo is there. Bobby Boo, Bobby Boo, Bobby Boo. Look at this. Look at this move. Look at those moves, Bobby. Look at those moves, Bobby. I slide the floor like crazy. Jumpy Boo. I don't even have the lags. Oh yeah, look at the logs. Above the client it says log network prediction warning. Independent interpolation starved. -10, -8, -x, -0. And what it does, it's the little lag you see in the on the moving guy. You see the little stuck, tuck, 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 stick, stuck, stack, stick, bing, bang, boom, boom, bing, bang, bang. There's a little lag, and you can solve it by reducing the quality of the lumen, the quality of the celestial volt. As I go outside, you can see there's more logs. But now it's stuck at -2. And there's a little stuck, tuck, tuck. It's nothing. It's because I run 2 times the graphic. It's just that. If you played on a separated computer, you might not have this, but I want to be able to test. So what I did, I made myself some custom graphics settings for the moment, just for the testing. And you can see the animation lags sometimes when I jump up. There's a weird lag. So the way to solve this is to make yourself some custom launch. Like you can see, I have a low quality there. Bing, bang, boom, bang, bing, bang, boom. There you go. And you see the quality is very low. Bobby Boo appeared on the scene. I did remove the furniture because maybe I thought I reduced the number of things that could be causing those little bugs. And there's still some starvation. Even if I reduced it, little pickups lag of a lag, I can reduce it even more. This is probably because OBS is running because when I did this offline off stream, I didn't have that much lag. And if you go outside, oh, there's a collider. Oh, still colliding. Let's slide our way through the floor, like I am missing a leg or something. The game is playing in background. Damn it. Don't be crazy like that. It's my other Bobby Boo. The host is not lagging at all. Bobby Boo, I'm coming. So I will need to reduce the quality even more if I want to test during my live stream. Because you can see the lag when I get up there. It's shaking. Bibu, are you looking at me? There you go. Show me. Show me the jump. Jump on my head. Jump on my head. Okay, that will be it. I will just finish the game a little bit. It's almost AM. It's 1 a.m. I cannot. I have to go to sleep. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one.